Welcome to Kenya Industrial Estates. Our mandate: to facilitate industrialization in Kenya through the development of micro, small and medium enterprises. Our vision: to be the lead incubator and support services to micro, small and medium enterprises in Kenya. Our mission: to finance, provide industrial workspace and offer business advisory services to micro, small and medium enterprises in Kenya. Our core values: our company upholds the following values: professionalism, accountability, innovativeness, drive, oneness, social responsible. Our services rendered: attendance at customer care desk. The user charges are none. The customer obligation is present your request inquiry. The timeline for service is within 5 minutes. Response to telephone calls: user charges none. Customer obligation: identification of self and accurate presentation of information. Timelines: telephone to be answered within the 3rd ring. Service rendered: response to written correspondence. User charges none. Customer obligation: provide necessary information. Timeline: acknowledge letters, emails within awaiting reply of 24 hours. For correspondence requiring consultation and final reply within 7 days. Service rendered: solving of complaints. User charges none. Customer obligation: to give genuine complaint by telephone, email, visit, letters or filing a feedback form available at our offices or using the customer link in our website www.kie.co.ke or our hotline 0739 332062. Timeline for response: within 14 working days upon receipt of the complaint. Service rendered: credit facilities. User charges, fee and other charges as advised in the indicative letter of terms and conditions. Interest rate 10% variable on reducing balance. Customer obligation: to fill a loan application form and submit necessary documentation. Timeline: loan disbursed within 30 to 60 days from date of receiving complete application and meeting all requirements. Service rendered: group guarantee credit facilities. User charges, fee and other charges as advised in the indicative letter of terms and conditions. Interest rate 10% on reducing balance. Customer obligation: for a member to be in a registered group, the group must be at least 2 months old. The group must have a bank account and a KIE official to be signatory for monitoring. Timelines: loan disbursed within 7 days to 1 month from date of receiving a complete application and submission of all the requirements. Service rendered: business advisory services. User charges, development on cost for providing the service. Customer obligation: you are required to attend the training. Need for a business development service provision as established by Kenya Industrial Estates Training Program. Timeline: 14 days upon request. Service rendered: business consultancy and advisory services. User charges, dependent on the cost of providing the service. Customer obligation: make official request and submit applicable documentation. Timelines: 2 days upon request. Service rendered: facilitating inter-firm linkage. User charges, dependent on the leakage model. Customer obligation: make official application. Timeline: 2 days upon request. Service rendered: industrial tours. User charges, dependent on the number of participants and days. Customer obligation: make official application. Timeline: 5 days from the date of application. Service rendered: industrial tours. User charges, dependent on the number of participants and days. Customer obligation, make official application. Timeline, 5 days from the date of application. Service rendered, hiring of multipurpose hall or facilities. User charges, dependent on the number of days and facilities. Customer obligation, make official application. Timeline, 2 days upon request. Service rendered, industrial shed and incubation service. User charges, incubation application fee as advised in the form, 3 months deposit and 1 month's rent or incubation upfront. Monthly incubation charge by the 5th of every month within the incubation period. Customer obligation, fill incubation application form and submit necessary documents. An offer will last for 3 months and subsequently be revoked if a customer does not operationalize. Timeline, physical allocation within 1 week after meeting all the conditions stipulated, subject to availability of space. Service rendered, tendering. User charges, 1,000 Kenya shillings. Customer obligation, prepare documents in the conformity to the requirements and submit bid for tender. Timeline, as specified in the tender documents. Service rendered, processing of payments. User charges, none. Customer obligation, supply goods or services per the service agreement or local purchase order. Timeline, within 1 month or as per the agreement. Service rendered, management of constituency industrial development centers.